T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another Unsorted stream. This is literally going to be probably one of the most unsorted streams because I'm pretty sure we've all got Lego on our desk this weekend, and it is definitely not sorted. But it's also been about 1, 2, 3. It's been forever since I last did one of these, so I don't even know what button to press anymore. In that fashion, let's see if we have any guests lying around in the green room. First up is the man from Del Monte. No, sorry, the man from Wales. He is a little under the weather, but he's made a special effort just to be here to say hello to me. And I appreciate that, and I love him for it. It's my Lego wife. It's Cut the Crackle.
I thought we established that I was the husband and you were the wife in this relationship.
Hey, sometimes I like to switch up the roles and just see where it goes.
Oh, fair enough then. Keep it fresh, you know.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah,
let
so
the spark die.
I'm sorry if anyone has to listen to my voice. I am COVID-ridden right now. And I'm actually worse than I was yesterday, so yay. But I'm here. I'm queer, so get used to it. Wait, what? No. I'm here. I'm ill, and I'm building Lego. Yeah, I'm actually building something. I'm building the Scooby-Doo, or rebuilding the Scooby-Doo Mystery Mansion. Because Mrs. Crackle wants it for a Halloween display. So I said, well, it'll give me something to potter about and do in case I can't talk very much because my throat is already wrecking. So,
Well,
and
fair enough,
don't say you've got a cure for that, you dirty bastard.
Well, I do,
Yeah.
but I have a feeling that we can't stream that on YouTube, to be honest.
No.
Maybe on OnlyFans, but hey.
Maybe on OnlyFans, right, yeah. On this, as you were mentioning earlier about this being unsorted, this is Mrs. Crackle. I thought when she'd taken this apart last, I'd sorted it into bags, like in order. But no, she had 3 big bags, and she was like, the entire set is in this. You might find one piece in one bag, and another piece in another bag. So this looks almost like when Sam Jones sent me the TARDIS to build. So,
But the thing is there, mate, at least it's not sorted by colour.
That is
actually
true.
Though in this case that might be more useful.
It might be more useful because it's only about 3 or 4 colours, but yeah. Do you want me to mute myself whilst I'm rummaging through parts while you introduce the next guest?
Yeah, if you don't mind, mate, that would be great. And we'll see who else is backstage. I mean, there is only one other person. He's clearly getting himself dressed right now, so I'm pretty worried that if I click the button, you're all going to see something you don't want to see. But hey, let's just go for it anyway and see what he's doing today. It's Joe Chambers.
What's going on, everyone?
Hey, Joe, how's it going?
At what point am I no longer a guest?
Well, this is true, actually. On this show, I think the 3 of us are, we're all hosts. We're not
right.
guests.
Yeah. Co-host. I'm offended. I'm truly offended. I flew my ass all the way out to England to see you guys, and I'm still a guest.
Well, you were certainly a guest when you were in England, I'll tell you that.
Oh, that's true. But the whole time I'm like, man, if these people had oil, I'd totally come and invade this place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, hi, how's it going?
All good here, mate. All good here. How about yourself?
Good. I'm doing okay. At least I don't have the dreaded Mogag like our dear friend Craggle.
Mogag? That's a new one. I've not heard that before.
Huh?
I've not heard it be called the Mogag before.
I know. It's something my dad used to say. Hey, what's with you guys talking about who's the wife and who's the...
Well, big spoon, little spoon, you know.
Big spoon, little spoon. Okay, all right.
Let's switch it up.
Yeah. Yeah, for
We
sure.
established a while back that basically Sam was my Lego wife. So, I'd say that I'm the Lego husband, but he likes to try and, assert that he's my equal rather than my subordinate.
Mm.
And not that I'm saying that all wives are subordinate to husbands, but I certainly am not subordinate. Oh, my wife is supposed me, I should say. Oh, if I
Man,
still think that
you're
is
like,
incorrect, put it down to COVID brain.
okay, all right, all right. But you don't sound any different than you normally do. So like,
Oh,
oh,
okay. Hey, you
okay.
wait until I put the vlog up of our first meeting.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
I'm looking forward to
no.
that.
When I'm well enough
Which-
to edit it.
Which
I
I
wish
don't
I'd
find.
filmed more footage because there were some cracking lines when we were just chatting. I should just put an audio recorder on, just and sat down next to us because there was so much banter that time.
Yeah.
And then when Sam joined us as well,
Oh,
I have
Yeah.
no footage from when you joined us, Sam. I completely forgot then, so it's kind of getting.
Yeah, and the one picture I took of Sam and I just have the weirdest smile on my face. I'm just like, there's no way I'm sharing this shit.
Well, you had that smile on your face the whole day, so I just had gotten used to it by that point.
Let's take a picture.
I'm American.
Hey guys, I'm American. I'm here in England, and
you look like you're about to take candy from a baby.
yeah. You know what? Well, hey, I had a really great time there. Both Emily and I appreciate your guys' hospitality. We both had the same comment of like, and I've said this before, but like, we went around and saw the country a bit, and then we got to hang out with you guys, and it was just like, okay, now we have actually experienced England. Like we have, like, you guys made us feel, I don't know, like we were wanted there. I don't know.
I mean, wanted is a strong word,
It is a strong word.
Tolerated is one I would probably lean more towards.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
No,
I'll
funny
accept-
enough, I was saying to the missus on the way back, I said it was kind of weird just how unweird it was hanging out with you. I guess because we've talked so much online, but like
Yeah,
meeting
I
in
know.
person when we were like sat, watching the bikes and then again went for food and just chatting. It felt like I was chatting to someone I'd known for a long, long time, not just met that day.
Yeah,
In a good way.
in a good way. Yeah. Oh, you're just as annoying in person as you are online. No, and it was real fun to hang out with Mrs. Craggle and Lady Sam. And hey, everyone, I know Craggle's real name, but I'm not telling you.
Don't tell him, Pike.
He has a
What?
name?
Yeah, it's Craggle.
This is ridiculous. Why is it I can't find the one piece that I need? I'm not even onto the main build. This is like the Venus flytrap.
That literally always happens to you on stream, Craggle.
I know, but look at this mess.
Well, there's only one person to blame.
Mrs. Craggle.
Amen, brother. Amen.
So, am I allowed to show you guys the set I just got in the mail?
I mean, I would say so.
Yeah. I need to talk to you about something later on, though. Just
Okay.
remind me about mail later on.
Oh, yes. I totally forgot about that.
There you go. You remembered.
I know what you're talking about. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, dag
Apparently you're
nabbit.
not.
No, I'm not ready. Stand by. Why did that not work?
So, ladies and gents, tonight is clearly evidently going to be a night of technical issues all round for every
It
single
is
one.
going to be a night of technical issues. I hate to say it.
I mean, I didn't want to say, but there is still an echo as well.
Is there?
Yeah, and it's definitely coming from you.
I hate it. Yeah,
I
I've
think
been
the
having
only person
such.
who's got his, as I would say, their shit in one sock is Craggle tonight, and he's the one who's
Wow.
ill.
Can you? Is that better, Craggle?
Test?
Testing
Test.
1 2 3.
It sounds better, yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't know what you did, but you should have done that at the start before we came on.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Ready? Ooh, girl.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
The music keeps cutting it out, and I don't know why.
Okay, sorry, I'll turn it off.
So that's why you were playing that when I joined the green
Yeah.
room earlier.
Yeah, I had to test it out.
That means all three of us have got that set now.
We have indeed.
We could be triplets. Although that would make mine and Sam's relationship a bit weird. Well, weirder.
Have you guys put it together yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, suck. Okay.
I got mine on a Saturday night at a party. Monday morning after I'd done work all day at Sunday. It was built by 1 o'clock.
By the way,
Okay.
brief intermission. This is another reason why I hate stickers. Look how that sticker is shifted in the bag.
Oh.
That's horrible.
Printed. See, the prints on printed pieces don't shift over time. Stickers do. Yeah.
You know, I
That's crazy.
bet you we could make a print shift, but the piece might not survive.
Well, here's how you shift a print on a printed piece. Here's the piece, and I just shift it over here.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
Science.
Oh, where the frigadig is this piece? I'm not well enough to be dealing with this kind of nonsense.
So the other thing I'm going to be working on today, is trying to put some phallic symbols back together.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What phallic symbols you got?
Delta 4s.
Yes.
Oh.
Delta 4. I got one of them.
Do you?
Yeah, you've seen it.
Yeah. I mean, when I came to your place, it was like, Sam might like my stuff. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm kind of scared.
I haven't built that thing that you gave us yet, actually.
Okay.
I need to do
that.
that.
I've kind of I'm kind of behind schedule with a lot of things right now, so
Yeah, same. No, honestly, I'm so peed off. I was going to do all these spooky themed videos and builds, and I was going to do a couple of live streams, and I was ill with probably just some sort of bug virus the first 2 weeks of October. Went to a wedding, and just as I was starting to feel a bit better, caught COVID. So yeah,
jeez.
This month has just been a write-off for me. It's pissed me off. Honestly, I feel like this virus, I feel like just telling it to do something. Sam, are you ready? I feel like telling it to...
Fuck off!
Yep.
Yeah.
You were a little slow on the uptake there, bud.
I know.
You know what? I was trying to click the pieces together, and I was like, damn, what button is it under? I can't remember.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I wasn't impressed with that, Sam, honestly.
Yeah.
I set you up perfectly there as well.
Sorry. Do you know what? I will just take 5 minutes and put myself in the sin bin.
Okay. Right.
Okay. Well, this is awkward. Now I got to talk to Joe on my own now.
Oh. What do we do?
Who wants to do that?
What? Look, my wife puts up with me a lot, but...
Even she doesn't talk to you on her own.
Yeah.
Okay, this is too awkward.
It was excruciatingly awkward.
It's too awkward for my liking, that was.
Let's see. Holy cow! I didn't realize we have a bunch of people on the comments.
We have people?
We have people.
Oh, so we do.
Okay,
Well,
someone
you
who's
gotta
not
say hello
Mrs.
to-
Craggle. Hi, Mrs. Craggle.
Lady Sam B, good evening, dear. I'm sure I've just seen one of you downstairs.
One of you. There's more than one Lady Sam B.
No comment.
No comment.
Jacob Neely, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Jacob.
Mrs. Craggle. Hello, Mrs. Craggle. Hope you're also doing okay.
Does
We
she
know
have
Mr.
it
Craggle
too?
is ill, but you must
Yeah,
also
this
be
is
ill.
actually her first time having symptoms with it as well. Because in the
Oh.
past, this is my third time catching it.
What?
Yeah, I'd say it's worse than my second time, but probably not quite as bad as the first time I caught it. And frustratingly, I was due to have my booster this week as well.
How have you had it 3 times and I haven't had it once?
It's unbelievable, especially considering during the first, I went about a year without having it, and then I had caught it once last year, and I've caught it twice this year.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's not fun. Yeah, well, there you go. Such is life, eh?
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. That sucks.
It does really suck. Especially since after the first time I've already been dealing with long COVID, so I didn't fancy a top up, to go with that.
Jeez.
So all I can say is, people, don't take it for granted. COVID is still very much out there. Get your boosters. Don't be a dickhead.
Well, I have coworkers who are full on anti-vaxxer.
Oh, of course you do.
Yeah. Welcome to the disease. Never mind. It's, I'm pissed off about a few things related to that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Jacob Neely, never forget your first time.
He's so right.
Yeah,
He's not
you'll
wrong,
never
is
forget
he?
your first time. Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah, we think it was either during the wedding or some of the stuff that happened leading up to the wedding. But yeah, there's been about 11 people confirmed last time I checked a couple of days ago who have caught it, who were at the wedding. So,
Oh, that sucks.
yeah. It was really hard because the bride afterwards was on Facebook apologizing, saying like, this is the last we wanted. It's like, it's not your fault, It's not like you doused us all with Corona as we sprayed you with confetti,
Laced it into your beverages.
Yeah. Well, it was
Oh,
actually a really good time. It was a nice breakaway. It's just frustrating that it's like coming back literally on the way back. Mrs. Craggle was starting to feel really grim. About the day before, and then way back, I started getting even worse. It was a horrendous drive back as well. It was give you an example, Joe. It was a similar distance to what I drove when I left Sam's to go home the night we all met up.
Uh-huh.
Instead of taking me about 2 hours 15, 2 hours 20, it took us 5.5 hours.
Why?
Because of just traffic. It was just
Oh.
insane. Roadworks, traffic. There was an accident. This is the thing with driving in the UK. Some days you're the statue, some days you're the pigeon,
Good grief.
I will 100% back that. Some days in the UK, it's a great place to drive. The other days, it's absolutely freaking terrible.
Well, to give you an example, we were about to come off this motorway to go on to like the dual carriages, and I always say it's the halfway point, but in actual point, it's about 75% of the way back home. But I like to say it's the halfway point because then I know it's all downhill. And right before the turn off, there's a services. You know what services is, right, in the UK?
Right.
Yeah. So we decided.
Pit
both-
stop. Or...
Yeah, it has normally it has toilets, some restaurants and stuff, all overpriced, of course, coffee shop.
Of course.
So we decided to go and stop off at the services because we were both feeling pretty grim. We were thirsty. We'd run out of drinks because we'd been in the car at this point for like over 4 hours. Well, no,
Jeez.
about close to 4 hours. The services was 8 miles from when we decided to go to the services. It took us an hour to get there crawling because traffic was at almost a complete standstill.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we so do you remember the solar eclipse that happened in the US back in like 2017? Emily and I had driven up to Idaho kind of near where Scott is, but
Yeah.
a little farther. And we got there just fine. Her extended family has a cabin out there. It was a good time. But after the eclipse on the way back, we were in traffic for 6 or 7 hours. Like
Wow.
it's like a 5-hour drive, but we extended that by like 3 hours. So
Yeah.
and that's when Clark was just like 6 months old, so he was not having it.
No, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. I've had so many experiences like that in the UK. One, I remember I was driving back from university up in North England to come back to Wales, and I decided to do it overnight because the motorways are quieter at night and just will be a relaxing drive. Take me about 4 hours. I left about 8 p.m. On the night, and I arrived just before 8 a.m. the following day.
Jeez.
Because of all the roadworks and like interact. It didn't help as well that there was a diversion off the motorway because there's a section of motorway was closed into Wolverhampton, and what had happened is some people had come out drinking and messed around with the diversion signs and caused basically like a loop back.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was on the news. It was on the news the following day, and it was just it was unbelievable just how bad it was. 12 hours basically.
I do not condone their actions, but boy, that's hilarious.
Not when you're in it, it's not, but yeah.
Right. That's one of those ones where you're like, you sons of bitches.
Yeah.
You have all my respect. Oh my gosh. Okay. Last week I was at Best Buy. Do you guys have Best Buy there?
No.
Okay, it's an electronics store. I was in Best Buy, and all of a sudden I start hearing like really loud sex noises, like
Wait, that's what sex sounds like for you?
No, it just sounded.
No, is that you or is that the missus making those noises?
Yes. But like it kept going. I'm like, what is that? And it just suddenly stopped. And I walked over to one of the employees who looked like really mad. I'm like, what was that? He goes, somebody put a CD into one of the CD players, cranked the volume, and hit play. But there was like 4 or 5 minutes of blank space at the beginning. So this dude had enough like forethought to make a CD with all that blank space in the beginning, and he just wanted to cause chaos and run. That's what he did. And you know what?
Yeah.
Good on you.
I just love the fact that someone made a CD. Like, my laptop doesn't even have a CD drive anymore. You know?
Do you know what?
You know, I thought you were going to say
yesterday at work, I needed to burn a CD for something. I'm there going, how am I going to do this? I don't have a CD drive.
Yeah, like when we were driving back from the wedding, we were like, we need to get some new CDs for my car because my car's quite old now. So they got a CD player in it, and I was like, yeah, how are we going to make these CDs? We don't have a CD drive on any of our computers anymore.
Seriously. Oh, that's hilarious.
I thought you were going to say like he paired his device or something,
No.
This guy went old school.
He went old school, yeah. And like, I don't know who he is. I don't know from whence he came, but it's just brilliant. It was genius.
Makes me think of Bad Boys 2. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Oh, like Bad Boys 2, they have like some tape from a criminal they've killed. They're looking for evidence, and rather than they take it to a tech guy, they go into like an electronics store, and this guy's like, "Yeah, I'll sort you out," and he puts it on the TV, and they actually find out it's like a porno the gangster made or something. That's playing on all the TV screens in the store. The guy can't turn it off, and it just gets worse, turns up the volume and stuff. And there's a super religious woman there, and she's like, "How are my babies?"
My babies. There was. I did see a lady like trying to shield her her daughter's ears.
Why does that woman sound like she's in pain?
She sounds like she's in a lot of pain.
Is she praying? She keeps saying, "Oh God."
Oh, yeah. So that was the highlight of my week last week.
I know, surprised. That would probably be the highlight of my week, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And I tried really hard to pull out my phone to record it in time, and I got like the last few seconds of it, but then they turned it off, those bastards.
Sorry, all I heard was you tried really hard to pull out there and got carried away.
I said what I meant.
Oh my God, you guys are trying to kill me today.
Not intentionally, mate.
I don't know, man. If you've gotten COVID 3 times, I think the universe is trying to tell you something.
Hey, if you knew half the near-death experiences I've had, you would say, like, how are you alive? I've come close to death more times than I care to admit. And I thought that, like... And also, I seem to have, like, my body seems to have a distaste for vaccinations. Now, I 100% still, I back vaccinations. But, like, I had mumps after having the measles, mumps, and rubella shot. I had meningitis after I had the meningitis vaccine. I've had, I mean, yeah.
It sounds like your body is trying to reject you.
Well, everyone else rejects me, so why should my body be any different?
Oh, come on. We don't
Oh,
reject
come
you.
on now. I didn't try to reject you until I saw you in person, and it was just, oh God, no.
The first thing you said when you saw me was, "Oh my God, he's just like I imagined."
You Europeans all look the same.
We're not Europeans anymore, thank you.
Dude, I may be American, but I'm 95% British by blood.
That's not how it works.
What do you mean?
How can you be 95% British by blood if you're only 5% from where you're born?
No, if you do like my genealogy, like most all of my ancestors come from England. Like,
well, that's true for pretty much all of America, right?
no.
Hello, we made
Hi.
you.
How's that experiment going?
Yes.
The
same question we ask you every week you're on.
I did some drinking last night. Let's just say that.
I mean, to be fair, it's not going much better over here. We've had, like, how many prime ministers in the last 2 months?
Okay.
It's ridiculous, yeah.
I need you to explain to me how the choosing of a prime minister works. Like, it's not a direct election, is it?
This is what a lot of people have been kicking off about. They're saying, like, it's time for a general election because we're so far removed now from what we voted for or what anyone voted for that we need these parties to stop deciding amongst themselves about who's leading the country and give it to the public now.
Yeah.
And I think even people who are, who support the current party that's in, I think they're agreed, like, yeah, we need a general election.
Yeah, it's just getting ridiculous now, isn't it? I mean, general elections are meant to be every 4 years. The last one was in 2019, I want to say.
Yeah, I think they can push it to 5 if they choose to, isn't it? I think it's 5 years, but they can do an early general election of 4, I think.
Yeah, so
So a general election doesn't like it. It doesn't happen at a set schedule. It's like
They can call an early one, or they can call a snap general election as well.
okay.
but essentially it's every 4 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
roundabout. Yeah.
So what's happened in this case is if a prime minister resigns, that party is still in power.
Okay.
But they now get to fight amongst themselves
Who
as
gets to be?
who is the leader of that party and essentially the prime minister.
Yeah.
So
But
if
we
you
then
are
have
a
a leader
member
that
of,
basically no one voted for.
yeah,
Whether you want him or
Interesting.
not, you didn't vote for him.
but this is it. It's so the party has a membership base. That membership base is the people who would vote for them. But in this instance, all that happened is basically if the prime minister resigned, there were two potential candidates who actually were getting somewhere. One had 100 backers, 100 MPs back them, and the other one had only 90. Now the rule is to get yourself on the ballot paper effectively to be the next prime minister. In that instance, you have to have 100 backers. One guy did, the lady didn't. He instantly becomes prime minister because he's got the backing.
Oh yeah, I just checked, by the way. They can be held at any point at the prime minister's discretion within a 5-year period. So basically, if he hasn't done one by the end of his 5 years, then it has to be one then.
It has to be okay.
Yeah. So you can stay in power for as long as up to 5 years from the last general election.
So
they normally try and call it when they're feeling at a point of that they've got like a strong popularity. They normally try to do it, if they like, sometimes they call it early if they feel like they're in a good position, because then what they can do, like if they think, we wait to the end of the 5 years and by that point people are going to hate us, but if they think, right now we're popular, let's call it now and we guarantee 5 years from now.
Yeah,
so
exactly what they did the other year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They called a general election and everybody was sat there going, I don't know what to think. The whole thing's a freaking mess. Everything's ratchet. So loads of people didn't vote, but then the people who did vote voted for the people who were in power who'd made the best, and it just kind of went, oh well, nothing's changed then.
Yeah, and the thing was, there's also another way of tactically doing it. I think what happened last time was not so much that they were popular, but they knew the lead opposition was in an absolute shambles, so no one was going to vote for them because no one even knew who they were. So call it now, and we're going to win by a landslide, which is kind of
interesting. The opposition leader was also involved in a couple of scandals at the time, wasn't he, with his anti-Semitic views and things like that.
Yeah. I swear I'm missing the bag. There's colours here that are... I know what I'm looking for pieces here for something that's not even... Oh, for crying out loud.
I was going to say, you're not making much progress there, bud.
I just realised because I'm looking
for another bag.
I'm looking for pieces for this, which has already been built that wasn't taken apart. Son of a bitch.
Well, the way you describe that, it's in a way, it's how the American system works. Only like whoever is the nominee for president within a party, they're like the de facto party leader. So, and honestly, it's like you're voting for parties. You're not voting for people. It's just the weirdest thing.
Yeah,
I mean that kind of is true to an extent here as well. But I feel like in the US, I feel like you have like say the president, and then you have like who will be his vice president. But I think if both of those resigned, you'd go to an election, wouldn't you? You wouldn't just go, right, who's going to take over the pie now?
No. If there is a order of succession, and it's the leader of the House of Representatives who's third in line. Okay. So that can get really interesting if the leader of the House of Representatives, like it is right now, is the opposite party, or I'm sorry, during the Trump presidency, the leader of the House of Representatives was and is of the opposite party. So if like a bomb went off and blew up both the vice president and the president, you could have a complete shift in who's in charge.
Just want to say, FBI, CIA, if you're listening, he did not mean that as an active threat. It was a what-if scenario.
Yeah, he's just been watching too much Designated Survivor, that's all.
Clearly, he's a
No,
big
no.
Keeper Sutherland fan.
The organization who would come after me would be the Secret Service.
You've researched this, haven't you?
No, it's just common knowledge. It's if you make a credible threat to the presidency, the people who show up at your door are the Secret Service.
That's not what all the films say. They delegate it out to the FBI.
They might.
The delegation, slope
Yeah.
shoulders.
Yeah, they might delegate it to the FBI. They might delegate it to local law enforcement, but
Well, if you're a conspiracy theorist, they might just let you get away with it so they can put a different person in power.
Oh, crazy
Oh.
idea.
Please, let's
Welcome
not
to
go
our
into-
Lego stream, people.
Yeah, Lego.
Yeah.
I feel like this
Okay.
set needs a bit more of a clean. Some of these pieces are a little bit dusty.
Is it a bit too dusty to work with?
No, I mean the missus did clean it as she went on there, but I think in some of the plates, that like the nooks and crannies, I'm finding a little bit of dust. And it was in a sealed bag, so I don't think it's got dusty in there. Although some of the stickers have shifted, which is beyond tedious.
So, I got a question for you. Do you
Yeah.
want? Sorry. Do you? Did you see what happened to me and my Skylab kit?
Oh, there's someone stole it.
Yeah.
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 What happened? Did you get any justice for that or?
I have tried and had no response.
Oh.
So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
I mean, I know how it feels because I've had stuff stolen.
Really?
Yeah.
Like from a Chinese company or
No, I've had designs stolen from another YouTuber who's then passed them off as his own content.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and they've done it numerous times as well. So a bunch of us have gone onto his channel and commented and stuff, and all he's done is block us all, but the video still remains. He took one lot of video down, but now he's got more on there, and he
Thanks,
has
Jacob.
But you know what's
So-
what really pissed me off is I did a community post about it because the
Uh-huh.
previous time I stayed quiet. I let my channel members know on the Discord, but I didn't go public with it. This time I put out a community post. Some people said I should have done a video, but I didn't really want to do a video that negative. But I did a community post about it, and out of the woodwork, because I tagged him, I guess, some of his viewers commented, but they would like in defense of him. Like one guy was like, "Oh, I've been following him for a long time, and his designs are really good." I was like, yeah, but I'm telling you that some of his designs are mine that he's stolen. The post contains photographic proof that he's stolen my designs, which makes me wonder, who else has he stolen designs for? So you saying that the designs are good in his defense is irrelevant. And then someone else was like, "Oh, I don't think it's that bad that he stole your design because in some ways he actually improved it."
What?
Yeah. Honestly, I felt like telling that guy to go have sex with his maternal figure. Honestly, it was ridiculous. But
Okay.
no one has the right to steal someone else's designs.
No.
I don't care if it's fan art or what. I mean, going to Comic Cons and stuff like that, I see it all the time where an artist I follow, I see their artwork, printed out on canvas and being sold at the store, and I know no way has that person gotten the artwork through official means. They've just right-clicked save as off Google or whatever, and then put on a canvas and they're selling it.
Holy crap. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Let me
What are you doing?
share screen. Okay.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There you go. Yeah. So here's the hilarious thing. Like, that's my render. I made that render. and that one. That's my goddamn kitchen counter.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
messaged you and said, "Oh, I recognize that counter anywhere."
Yeah. And what makes me think that they directly stole my instructions as well is they have this part replacement sheet, meaning they have replaced the parts that I have right there.
Because you use that lime green.
Yeah. And I used that tan piece, and
Yeah,
they've changed it to white.
So they literally have even got a thing where, hey, we've stolen this guy's instructions, but we don't make some of the parts that you use. So when you get to this part, use our one of these.
Yep, exactly. So I'm actually going to order it. I'm going to order it, and I'm just going to put it together and see how it is.
What? Don't put money in their pockets.
I know.
What's wrong with you?
It's $23. I spend
If you've got
$100
$23 to burn, why don't you buy one of my custom minifigures?
because I hate minifigs.
Well, just give me the $23 and I'll keep the fig.
Okay.
well, that was a quick decision.
I have some leftover Great Britain pounds if you want them.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, hey.
I'm off work right now. I could do with the moolah.
My buddy Cameron Neely is online apparently. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going?
And I'm actually gonna go hang out with him later tonight. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
Beer?
we should have him on sometime. He has way too much to say about. Come on, Neely, we don't care. I'm just kidding, man.
Oh God.
He understands more about international politics than I do, so
Someone's got it.
Yeah, I mean, what he says is true to some extent. There have been some left field choices, but I don't think, like, for example, I remember that the whole thing with Trump was that when he was first, getting going, even the Republicans were like, yeah, we're not having him as our representative. He's a joke. And then when he started getting traction, suddenly they were like, he's our boy.
and
I mean, that wouldn't happen in
the
the UK. You'd have to be like, an existing member and already be in a position where you're the leader of the party,
Yeah. That is very interesting. And he did go from he went from nothing to near godlike.
It was scary to turn around on that, honestly, because I remember being in New York the October before he was, before the election was, and people were already like, "Oh yeah, have you heard this joke about Trump freaking running for president? Like, who does he think he is?" No one over there even took it seriously, and then all of a sudden, oh, he's in the White House. How did that happen?
Yeah. That's a trauma I don't want to relive.
I don't think anybody wants to relive that.
You'd be surprised how many people around here do.
Well, I suppose that's true. You are in prime.
Isn't he like in Redneckville or something?
Yeah.
Is it redneck? Is that the right term? I don't know.
No, Utah is very
man.
Yeah. Don't ever do that again.
I don't know. All you Yanks are the same to me with your silly haircuts.
Again, tell my wife that.
We did.
We did in person. We were like, "What have you done to this poor man?" And she told me the real reason she cut it like that. It's not because she was trying something new. It's not because she likes it. It said she cut your hair like that so that you know your place.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Know your place, young Joseph.
Oh man, there's a minifigure head stuck in here. That's gonna be a bugger to get out. Oh wait, have you seen, by the way, back here? What
Oh,
these
yeah.
are.
What is it?
Those are my lovely custom Scooby-Doo inspired minifigures.
Oh. Oh my! I recognize that.
They do look awesome.
Is that in focus there, or?
Yeah, they're in focus. I can see them.
Yeah, they look great.
Yeah. I do like the display case as well, though, to be fair.
Yeah, I've seen these before. And people put like the official collectible CMF series, and I haven't bothered. And then when I started doing my own custom ones, I thought they would actually be quite cool for that. For the ones that aren't in.
Huh. Jacob Neely says, Joe, you have a mullet now. Just letting you know. I know. I don't want it.
We don't let him
necessarily.
forget Jacob. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, they're well. They're letting me know.
It's an opportunity here for us never to forget.
Hashtag never forget.
And it's just when you turn around as well. It's just there's the reminder. Like that.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see my back. Whatever.
Now, right. So shall we have a look at some of the new Lego sets that are coming out? Should we actually turn this back into a Lego stream?
That sounds like a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. Hey, so it also looks like one of my other space Lego friends has gotten their design stolen as well. Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. These bastards. Okay, sorry.
So, this is what's new on the Lego shop.
Okay.
Not really feeling much of this at the moment. I mean, obviously, it's Christmas time. So get your advent calendars. Because if you haven't got a Lego advent calendar, are you really a Lego fan?
I've got an advent calendar. I got the Marvel one.
Okay, so I have the Star Wars advent calendar. I have that Christmas tree. But don't let my wife know that because I got a bunch of Christmas sets because my wife loves Christmas Lego sets.
You mean
Is
she's
she
not
watching the stream
this now?
What?
She
Is
doesn't
she
watch
watching
the
the stream?
streams like the rest of our wives? I mean, mistresses?
No.
Well, there's just no dedication there.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I do like this lighthouse.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide what I feel about it.
I do, but it's the price tag, and I'm not saying it's not worth it, but it's one of those sets where you like it more than you expected, but it's one of those things that is it enough to buy something that you wouldn't normally buy? That's how I feel about it anyway. What do you guys reckon?
I kind of feel the same way. Like it looks like one that would be fun to build and have like as a display, but it doesn't go along with anything else that I have, and I don't know. It looks fun, but it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
What I do like.
We got someone else in the chat. Minifig Who's here?
Oh. Well,
tall,
hello.
Are we allowed to talk, by the way, about Doctor Who? Because I actually watched it.
No, we're looking at new sets right now.
Okay.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
So the minifig Who, I don't know if you've looked behind me. Tall things don't bother me very much.
Wow. He's not wrong there.
Yeah.
Joe likes a long, pointy thing.
Long, thin, pointy things.
Yeah, if it's got too much girth, he's out there.
Ooh. Anyway. Oh, I haven't seen that you can take the... Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was worried first of all because I saw a picture like that and I was like, wait, it's got an open back. That's shit. But no, you can actually remove the sections, which I think is pretty neat.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's a very good trick there.
Let's see. Let's try
I wouldn't go
this.
far to call it a trick. You know, it's not a fucking magician, is it?
Well, it is. It's magic.
It's magic.
I like the fact they got a light brick for the fireplace.
Mrs. Craggle, did you even attempt to clean this?
I like the lighthouse, but
No wonder I got COVID when there's this amount of dust on our Lego sets. Come on. I'm trying my luck here. I'm honestly in a world.
Hey, look at what Jacob Neely said. That's kind of short for Joe's standards.
At a height of 54 centimeters, Black Arrow is taller.
Yeah. Also, let me know. Let me tell you. No, let me tell you. I can't even speak properly. That Joe is actually quite tall in real life. I didn't expect that, having seen him sat down and then, like, you know, when he walks away from the camera, it has that like distortion like they use, you know, in Lord of the Rings for the hobbits. Yeah, it was kind of annoying. But don't worry, his wife is a little short ass, so that kind of makes up for it. They kind of balance each other out for an average person.
Yeah. We can't wait to see how Clark turns out because I'm relatively tall, she's relatively short, and you know what's he gonna look like? He's gonna be blind as a bat. We know that for sure.
Well, let's just hope that he gets his looks from his mother, not from you.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I am dying here. Sorry. Oh.
I'm sorry, dude.
Oh.
Black Panther.
I think we talked about this before.
I don't think we did.
I swear we did. I think
it was a while ago.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we said that it would work good as a helmet, but as a bust, it just doesn't work. Like, I know those are supposed to be his, like, you know, hands and the top of his forearms across his chest.
Yeah.
But they almost kind of look like it's just like some shoulder decoration, you know? It kind of gets lost in the... And it makes it needlessly expensive. And I also feel like it's... I don't know if it's disrespectful, but I just kind of feel like it's in poor taste. A little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, because the actor died?
Yeah, and I don't know why I feel like that, because I know it's supposed to be like a tribute, but I don't know. I just kind of feel like... Yeah, there's something about it doesn't sit right for me, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I feel like if they had just done it as another Lego Marvel helmet, because I feel like that would have been less of a sort of like, you know, sort of trying to like cash in on the tragedy of the guy's death, you know, on Chadwick Boseman. So,
well, I mean, I can see that, but also it was a very, very popular, well-received Marvel movie. So I don't.
Right, but why is it that this one demands this big bust as opposed to the established format they've done for the other popular movies?
Yeah.
That's a good point. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they're deliberately cashing in on it. I mean, the designer was the one who brought it up and said that, you know, in his mind it's a tribute, but Lego will never officially say that because it's too, I can't remember what the word you use. I don't. It's not macabre, but anyway,
modeling,
something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think it's the best designs. I think the ears on it look a bit ridiculous. But as a helmet, I would think I'd be more forgiven for it. For a £300 bust, I just think it's a mess and a bit distasteful. That's just my opinion, though, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested in some of the build techniques it has on it. And I've said this before, I'm not a huge fan of Marvel. I mean, I enjoy it, but you know, I'm not a Marvel fanboy or anything. You know, if that's what I was into, it would be really cool. But it's not a spaceship, so
No,
What am I-
no,
what am I-
I know where you're coming from there, Joe.
Yeah.
I do like some of the pieces that are in there that
Mhm.
I sit there and go, "Ooh, those parts now come in silver." Mm.
Yeah, I thought you'd
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. The only problem I have, though, on that note, is that there seems to be not many of each one. So
Yeah,
whilst
that's
yes, it
it.
gets them silver, and they only come in this set, and there's like only like what 1 or 2 of each piece, probably 2 of each piece, I would say. It's gonna still be pretty pricey, but yeah, no, it definitely in terms of that part now exists in that color is a good thing.
Yes, definitely.
Just
But
real quick.
again, the price is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that is expensive. Wow.
Yeah.
Jacob Neely just asked me how tall I am. Like close to 6'3". Yeah, and Sam, you were a bit taller than I expected too.
Sam
Thanks,
is
mate.
Sam is
I eat
huge.
my vegetables. Just
And
like
let me tell you,
vegetables.
he's huge in more ways than one.
Hey, don't go telling everybody your secrets, Craggle.
I know they're all one a piece, aren't they?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm only one man. People will be clamoring at the door for me.
I don't know. Sometimes it feels like you too, but. Rifiku says it would work better as a Wolverine in that pose. It would, because with Wolverine you'd have the difference in colors. It wouldn't just be all black and black, so you'd be able to distinguish, what the fingers, what's the hand, what's the body and stuff.
I completely
Whereas
agree.
from here, like if I I say you can't even see where I am, but if I take a step back, honestly, they just it looks like some kind of thing for like a cape for going across the shoulders or something.
Well, like he's flicking his cape off, sort of thing.
Not even that. I mean, literally, the arms and hands, they look like they're like some sort of I don't know what the term is, but something that goes over the shoulders and around the neck to hold a cape on, It looks like it's part of the body, part of the costume, as opposed to his hands,
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. So like a capelet or a cowl or something like that.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I no.
All right, moving on.
Okay.
Now, I know there's some people have already got this one, but still, nonetheless, let's talk about it. The Mighty Bowser.
Okay.
Mrs. Craggle has that. And like
what
I'll
do we
say,
think?
I am not even like a big, massive Nintendo fan. I think I've mentioned numerous times that I'm more into Sega and she's into Nintendo. Although I do like some Nintendo stuff, but I have to admit that is a friggin' beauty of a set. Now you look at that, look at that, and look at the price compared to the Black Panther bust. I'm sorry, but in terms of just impressing us, in terms of volume of stuffs, this knocks that out of the park.
Huh.
This just looks.
It's bloody.
Awesome.
It's bloody brilliant. Honestly, I can't recommend this enough. And that is someone who's doesn't really have a special place for this character. I just look at it and I think it's an impressive build. It's got articulation on there, but it's a great display piece. The only downside is I would love if they given us a Mario minifig to go with this.
Oh.
It does have a panel where you can use the the electronic Mario to interact with if you wanted to.
Okay.
Even though it's probably out of scale or whatever, but it's fantastic. And there's some amazing building techniques. Mrs. Craggle would show me as she was building it, and I was like, holy shit, that is awesome.
Huh.
I mean, to me, it almost doesn't look like a Lego set because it looks almost like a mock. And I mean that in it doesn't feel like they've made any compromises that Lego normally do. Do you build something, you go, well, they had to do that because, Lego. This looks and feels like no corners were cut.
I've spent months now fixing their Star Destroyer design because everything about it was a compromise. Like some really cool build techniques, but also never mind. I
totally get what you're saying. It's that what is it? It's that sense of being apologetic for a set that I think some of us have when we build
Yeah.
something, and we kind of go, well, it should have this, but I get that that would bump the price up, or they might not have had this part in this use or in this color, or limitations. With this, it doesn't feel like any corners were cut at all.
It does
Yeah.
look really, really good.
There you go. Mrs. Crackle's in the chat. She says it's a brilliant build. Yeah, and like I said, the shapes as well, the smoothness. Look at that shell, like how they've done that. It's
fantastic. I just love it. It looks great.
I'm 100% heterosexual, but like honestly, if I met the designer of this set, I couldn't guarantee you that I wouldn't be on my knees with an open mouth. So
there's just so many things wrong with the words that you just said, but
you say that, but I bet you don't 100% disagree.
I don't 100% disagree.
I'm sure you'd be that way to the guy who designed the Saturn V.
No, because I know the person who designed the Saturn V.
That would be awkward. And he's here now.
No, and she is French.
Oh, okay. I mean, hey, if a woman designed this set, it makes things a lot less awkward for me. So
Yeah.
I mean, definitely on this one.
Going off that though, that is something that I've said time again, and I know other YouTubers have said. Lego really, especially with these larger sets, needs to put in the instructions a page or two with a picture of the designer, their name, and a little bit about them and their thoughts on the set, so we can get to know the designers. Like there's some I know, like Justin Ramsden, who did Stranger Things, did Welcome to Apocalypseburg, and I know him, I know of him because I met him when they did the Stranger Things launch, and I remember seeing him on the telly and stuff. But I just feel like there's so many unsung heroes that they really need to sort of get ahead of that and put it in the instructions so that we can learn a little bit more about the people who are making these sets.
And they do that sometimes.
It only seems to me that they do it with the Lego Ideas sets because they have like a page about the fan designer, and then they have a page then about the actual Lego employee designer who is adapted or
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Was this a Lego Ideas set?
No.
Okay, I missed that, but I feel like they definitely need to do that more often. And have
but it's not a great deal.
No, it looks like it's like one little paragraph and a couple of photos.
Yeah.
I do feel like it needs to have more.
Oh, Joe, it's made from spaceship.
What?
We had to use new Lego car, boat, and spaceship parts to achieve shapes and features. Made from spaceship, you need it.
Yeah, I guess I really do like seeing, even though I might not be interested in that set in particular, like I do love seeing like new parts, new techniques, or stuff that I haven't been able to come up with,
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, yeah. Again, I don't know if I would. I don't know if I get that set, but it really does look cool.
No, I'm going to save up for it.
Okay. I reckon you should.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, I'm not going to stop you, bud. You can just go ahead and get it. Stop whining about it. Just do it.
I'm not a pop star like you, mate.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Let me rephrase. I'm not an engineer.
Oh yeah.
Don't earn those engineer pop star wages. Can't make it rain every night.
Do you think I actually spend family money on?
No, I know you don't. Next one. Lego Ideas table football.
Okay. I mean, I love all the different new minifigure parts in it.
Yeah.
That would be why I would be buying it myself, having no interest in football, table, or otherwise.
I mean, look at them all.
But it is an expensive set to get them in, right? I mean, they're not giving them away, are they, by any means?
No. Not at 214 quid, mate.
No.
It's only a couple quid less than
I honestly thought, I mean, maybe that is the looking at the piece count and stuff, like, and the fact it's got, I thought this was going to be something like 115. So it's about 100 quid more than what I anticipated just when I first saw it at a glance.
Yeah.
So yeah, unless there's some crazy offer on that, that's probably gonna be a pass for me. Just because I don't have any interest in table football, and it's just very pricey. But I do respect it for all the new minifigure pieces.
So it is functional, right? You can actually.
Oh, I fully believe so. Yes, mate. That you can play
Yeah.
football with it. Yes.
Okay. You know, I give a lot of credit to Lego sets like that are like actually functional. Again, I'm not a football fan either, American or otherwise, and that actually looks kind of cool to play. I don't know if I'd spend that much on it.
No. It looks kind of, yeah, I definitely agree. It'd be cool to play, but I don't think I'd spend that much on it.
Yeah, I think they've priced out a lot of the audience on this one.
Yes. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Okay, moving on from that one.
Finally.
Hulkbuster.
Oh, this monstrosity. Who was asking for another Hulkbuster? Please tell me now.
Ouch.
Not me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Not at
that
that
looks-
price.
Good God.
I know, again, this will be down to some of the parts used, licensing, because we all know it's in there, and, you know, the colours.
But what is the scale meant to be? Because they show, the minifig, and I get that's because it's like a UCS style. So the UCS styles aren't always minifig scale, even though they have a minifig. But people assume they were trying to go for a more accurate minifig scale, and it's not, because that's like the size of a building. But then on the flip side, they've now done a video where they show you taking the the Iron Man buildable figure and inserting it inside that. My argument being then is that with that in it, it looks too small. So it's like it's in this made up scale that doesn't really make sense. And the headpiece is the same size headpiece they've used for the other Hulkbusters, which looks comically small now.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it fits in, does it?
No, it looks like someone's got a bodybuilder and shrunk their head.
I mean,
they've gone a bit too crazy with the pinch tool in Photoshop.
well, let's be honest. The Hulkbuster armor isn't exactly realistic.
No. See, this is the buildable figure that goes in it, which I think Lego are hoping will be the saving grace for it. But if you then watch the film, that's too big then for the Hulkbuster.
Huh.
It should be probably about 2/3 the size of that. So it angers me. I don't know why it makes me so angry, but it does.
Wow.
Like you think about the resources, the manpower, the money that was put into making this set possible, and there's so much else out there that we've asked for, and Lego are like, no, you may have another Hulkbuster, even worse than all those that come before it. Why? Because fuck you, that's why.
Because fuck you, that's why.
I'll be honest. This ain't on any of my lists ever.
Okay. Well,
again, another set that you look at and go, "Oh, it's nice to know that piece comes in gold now. That's great."
Right.
Awesome.
I think that's pretty much what you do with any new set. Is like look at the pieces and go, "Oh, that's good for Mox."
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's all I ever do these days now. It's like I look at sets and just go, "Yeah, no." Good
are we just at the point where like we just can't be impressed anymore? Like,
I don't know. We were saying about the Bowsers. We were singing Nat's praises, weren't we?
okay, all right.
Yeah, but that's like one set out of how many?
Well, Lego say only the best is good enough. Do better, Lego.
Do better.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong there, though. So.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I want to defend Lego here, but also, again, having spent months literally redesigning one of their like flagship UCS sets. It's just like, yeah. I spent about 2 hours last night. Let me show you. So the Star Destroyer's bridge right here. You see how wobbly that is?
Yeah.
Part just fell off. So I went in there and I added this Technic arm right there because last night I accidentally knocked the entire bridge completely off. And so I put this Technic arm right there to compress the whole thing to keep this from falling off. So, I mean, I replaced like a dozen parts, and now it's like from here up, you can't knock the bridge off. An errant A-wing can't come in there and blow up your Star Destroyer, you know? And it didn't take me very long to do that. And yeah. And now I want to fix this wobble right here. Yeah, that's just an example.
Right, I got you. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
No,
That's the point though. Like we were saying, is that so many times we build Lego sets and we enjoy them, but we go, yeah, they've made this compromise here. You know, they've made that compromise, and we try to imagine, you know, the restraints and the problems that they have where they can't just, you know, make anything they want to. And that's why when you get a set like Bowser, when it doesn't feel like there's any obvious compromises, that it's just like so amazing.
Yeah.
Whereas with the Hulk Flexor, as Jacob's called it, although he's called it the actually no, I misread that. He's called it the Hulk something else. It's just all kinds of wrong. It doesn't matter if they've made compromises because it just looks like a pile of wank that no one asked for.
Pile of wank.
and there it is, folks. We don't need to say any more on that one. We'll just close it. I'm not going to mention the C word, but here is a tree.
It is a tree.
The C word, what, Joe's favourite word in the English language?
No,
Christmas. Oh, okay, I got you. I thought you meant the other C word.
It's still a couple of months too early to be talking about this word.
I know. And well, I have that set, and it's for the missus.
One.
Ooh.
Is that the one that was out last year that like sold out really quickly, or is this a different one again?
I have no idea.
No idea, mate.
No idea.
I know the Christmas wreath, they were like, it's retired, and then it kept popping back up like at the start of the year, and now it's back again in full swing this year. I was like, why did you tell us it was retired then?
Yeah, seriously. I got the Christmas I got the Christmas wreath last year as well, and it was a good source of a lot of parts.
Minifig who says tree's okay. The gift with purchase one the other year was better. I know, yeah, that one was good. But I missed out on that one, unfortunately.
Which one was that?
It was one that they did, like, you know, when you do a threshold on Lego.com or in the store.
Okay.
The building out was a lot better. It was one of those ones that like sold out really quickly, at least here in the UK.
Gotcha.
Oh, we've got one, but it's sealed. Okay, fair enough. Mrs. Crackle has corrected me there, so we do have one. I knew I hadn't built it, so I was part right, honest.
There's some new koi fish, Craggle.
Is that new? I feel like Mrs. Crackle already had that one.
Didn't she? That was just like the normal goldfish one, right?
She's got the goldfish. She got the koi fish. I swear she's got the koi fish as well. Should be in the chat, you know, correcting me if I haven't. If you haven't got it.
Well, I guess we're about to find out, huh?
She says it's a new one. We've got the promo one, but that's staying sealed.
Yeah, well, we've already mentioned that. That was the tree. But keep up, mate. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. We just happened to be the same sort of time I was talking about this.
Honestly, this guy.
Because that's the one you got, isn't it? The little fishies.
You got that one, definitely, yeah. Okay, the Koi Carp is new for this year as well. Yeah, I like that one. I like how they did the mouths and.
Yeah, that's cool.
I know Mrs. Craggle really enjoys building the Brickhead pet sets, so that will be coming.
I'm sorry.
Where the hell is this piece? Oh, it's under the webcam. There you go.
Wow.
That's great.
Oh, a little postcard from London, Joe.
Huh?
That I know it. That set is actually fantastic.
Is
Mrs.
it?
Crackle got it whilst we were in London, and I just love it. I love the little techniques they've done to capture London. It's probably my favorite out of the postcard sets. The second one being the New York one. It kind of sucks though that they rely so heavily on stickers.
It's not.
They're all stickers, all of them, all the postcard sets. And the Chinese one, they had to remove the flag as well. Yeah, the New York one's out of stock, sadly. We haven't got that one yet.
Yeah.
And people who are upset because it's yet another reuse of the Lady Liberty minifigure. This one has a blank tile. So the minifigure that was in the CMF series eons ago is still exclusive in that it has a printed tile.
Okay, yeah.
I love that minifigure. I think that's one of the best minifigures they've done. Yeah, that's very cool.
Gotcha.
Not much else on these other pages.
No,
Yeah.
now.
Some drawers, shelves, a convertible ruler if anybody wants a ruler.
What?
Yeah.
So, how long ago was it that we came up and visited you, Sam? Now,
well, we came. Well,
came
the first one of these streams.
No, how long ago was it that we came up? We all met up. That
beginning of October.
Was it? Is that all? It feels like it's been longer than that.
No, it's 1st of October.
Oh, okay. Because honestly, it was such a pleasure coming and visiting your abode. Being welcomed into your home, and obviously you were at work when I first got there, and just walking around your house, your kitchen, your living room, falling into your bedroom, and
sit in your bed, smell your scent.
Yeah, into his workshop. He's left now, and I loved this so much. I felt like I had to leave a little piece of me behind, and I think you found him finally.
No, not finally, mate. I found him the first freaking day I got back.
Really? Well, I brought it up before. You didn't even tell me.
That was the entire point. The missus came in one morning and said, "Oh, it was really good to see Craggle and all that. He enjoyed looking around there." I said, "Yeah, I know. He's left a part of him up there."
Because I could see
it out of the corner of my eye when I sat down one morning. I went, "Well, that's new. What's that up there in that piece?"
Oh man,
that's funny.
Yeah, I left my sig fig in Sam's drawers. I honestly thought you hadn't found it yet. I was waiting for a message going, "What are you bloody doing in my drawers?"
No, the missus said I had to keep it quiet and save it for a stream because it'll be more fun.
Oh, okay, but then there was a stream, I swear, when we streamed, and I said to you I left a part of me behind, and you just looked at me like, really, like, what are you on about, mate?
No, part of me in my head at that stage was going, "Don't say anything, don't say anything, don't say anything."
Oh man, I'm just so happy you guys are like 5,000 miles away.
Hey, we can leave pieces of ourselves to your place.
Yeah,
do it.
I can just imagine it, I can just imagine my wife coming in and be like, "Hey, you left a minifig in our bed last night."
Do you remember the jeans you were wearing when you met us? Have you checked the back pocket?
It's in my butt.
And Joe, there is a piece of me in your Lego room right now.
What?
It's long and phallic shaped.
Yes. You're talking about
Looks like a
that
dog's penis.
thing.
There it is.
the red rocket.
I will always be there, Joe. Always.
No, get it off.
Well, there you go. You can't say I don't give you anything now, Sam. You've got your very own Craggle sig fig.
Do you know what I'm going to do with him?
Uh-oh.
I hate to imagine.
I'm going to go to
Don't
sleep
want
with
to
him.
know.
You're going to sleep with him.
Oh no.
No, I'm gonna put him inside inside a very special set in this room.
Well, you're lucky as well because I realised I didn't have a spare one of the beard piece, so my own sig fig that I have myself is currently hair and beardless right now until the order from Bricklink comes in.
I am honoured, sir. I am honoured.
So you should be.
I am going to go put him later in a certain farm that is made of dirt.
Oh boy.
We
Maybe
did order
like
some.
out
We
the
ordered some
window.
more parts for our farm. We haven't ordered all of them yet, but we ordered some more parts. So hopefully, one day we'll be able to build our own version. By the way, I did actually stumble across the instructions you sent me for our other collab, but I'm guessing they're massively out of date now. So should I just wait until?
Yeah, I need to tweak the files because obviously I've made a load of changes into.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, where the hell is it?
I don't know.
Oh, it's
Hey,
there.
watch your language, bud.
Yeah, I've made obviously made a load of changes into how all of that is built, so I need to send that over to you. So there will be a version 2 coming over soon.
Cool.
And then we need to decide on all the usual bits, what we're going to do to make it awesome and make it like the rest of our product line.
Sounds good.
You know what you can do?
Well,
Get me involved, and then it's automatically awesome.
you won't like it. It's got minifig scale.
Yeah.
Ew, gross. Ew. Ew, no, gross.
Do you know what? I once remember saying that I wouldn't be able to do anything minifig scale because I just want to build too big. And that's still true.
It's still
But
true.
at the same time, I feel like stealing one of Scott's words, and I'm stuck, designing within the constraints of what someone's given me, and going, right, now make it work within that, and you go, that is a challenge. I like this challenge.
Well, I mean,
I love building minifig scale.
Yeah, and I still have that thing in the back of my head that's going, you want to build a minifig scale Skylab. And that other thing in the back of my head going, yeah. Listen to him. Build a minifig scale Skylab.
Well,
And then
that's
the
what we
third
talked about
voice
this before, but
going,
like my love of Lego stuff is also kind of it's I guess an extension of that part of me that likes the idea of building like a model world. Like I always said I want a Lego city one day, and if I got into trains and stuff, I mean I remember when I had Scalextrics, I used to like build little sort of bridges and stuff for people, and little things in the past. And that's why I think with Lego, whilst I do love the big builds, like I got the 89 Batmobile and stuff like that, I definitely am more drawn towards minifig scale stuff because I think that's that side of me that is linked into my love of Lego,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
and I feel like I've kind of corrupted Sam a little bit with that.
And
I mean, he did say to me, if I carry on talking to you, you're going to make me a minifig guy.
Yeah, well, it's not just the builds we do for it. It's then all the designs you do as well are fantastic. And there's
thank you.
Which says that you're doing soon that I got stupidly excited about. I don't even know if you've announced it yet, so I better stop talking.
It might be. I mean, is it what is it? CK?
It might be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it was, because I did remark that we needed a project for them to sit on, didn't I?
Yeah, I think most people know that I'm working on something for Cobra Kai, and they don't know exactly what. My channel members definitely do, because I've been sharing stuff on members only Discord and asking for opinions, and feedback and stuff. So yeah, it's not Touch Squad. I'm working on something Cobra Kai related.
Cool.
Which I know bears like nothing for Joe, because Joe doesn't watch Cobra Kai and didn't like the Karate Kid.
Spaceships.
I'll tell you what, though, I actually finally got round. Whilst I've been, ridden with COVID and not been able to do much, I got round finally to watching the next Karate Kid, which I never actually seen before.
Oh,
Oh, right, okay.
The one with Hilary Swank,
Yeah.
I'd seen obviously the remake with Will Smith's kids and Jackie Chan.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, is the one with Will Smith's kid.
And the one they did in the sort of early to mid '90s with it's supposed to be same of the continuity of the first three films, but Ralph Macchio's not in it. And I think it's Hilary Swank's first lead role.
Okay.
And I will say I enjoyed it for what it was, but my God, it was slow. And I feel like they didn't know what to do with a female protagonist, because like how in the Karate Kid there's the certain formula with Daniel LaRusso gets kind of bullied by someone, and then he gets stronger. He has a few fights with them, and then you have the big final fight, whether it's at the Old Valley or the fight to death. In this one, she doesn't fight at all until the last 15 minutes. And
Really?
yeah, she does training and stuff like that. But I mean, they chose to have male bullies, which I thought was interesting. But then what they kind of do in that 90s way is they kind of make him a bit, for lack of a better word, rapey. They kind of bullying her and going, but we could be nice to you if you're nice to us, type of thing, which just makes you uncomfortable. But you kind of, which I guess is the point. You want them to get their asses kicked, but then the payoff.
But it's also such a trope. When
and it comes so late. And there's a male, love interest, because obviously, Daniel used to always have female love interest. Makes sense. It's the reverse, but on paper, he should be more qualified to win the fight, but he's kind of nerfed in the final fight so that she can come in and be the Karate Kid. I'd say it's got a lot of humor. The humor in it is really funny. I was laughing through coughs. But I also was checking my watch, going, well, when's we going to actually get some karate in this Karate Kid film, But I gotta be honest though, at the end of it, I did think, it'd be interesting to see if she comes into Cobra Kai in the future. I don't know if they'd be able to afford Hilary Swank though, but I know
she hasn't exactly been in much of anything recently.
I was trying to think what she's been in recently. The last thing I can think of was Logan Lucky. And that was a few years back. So I couldn't think of what she's been in. I mean, it's interesting in the fact at the start of the film, I don't think it's a spoiler to say so much, but she already has some karate training at the start of the film, so it's not like it's a complete blank slate like it was with Daniel in the first movie. It's more about Miss Miyagi's trying to control her anger. But to be honest with you, apart from the opening scene, which just comes across as a typical moody teenager, I didn't think she was that angry or that unreasonably angry. The stuff that she's angry about, I felt like she had a valid reason to be, So it was she's got these.
You need to control your anger about being beat up and robbed and.
Thanks for Scraggle. On duties.
Thank you, Mrs. Craggle. I tried to do it from within.
You can't do it from StreamYard. You've got to go to YouTube to do it.
Well, StreamYard, it gives you the option, but then when you do it, it says an error occurred.
Oh, okay. I've never been able to do it through StreamYard. But yeah, I mean, if you're a Karate Kid fan and you haven't seen it, I definitely say give it a watch. I definitely feel better for being a completionist and having seen it now. And it is the last appearance of Pat Morticia as Mr. Miyagi. But it isn't. I don't know how they ever thought that was going to be like the start of a new series of films with her as the lead, because it definitely doesn't leave you wanting more. It leaves you feeling unsatisfied from the film you just watched, but doesn't make you want to watch a second one. You know?
Interesting.
Have you seen it, Sam?
Can't say I have.
Well, it's on Netflix. They've now got all the Karate Kid films on Netflix.
About time.
They did it just after I bought the Blu-ray box set as well. But I don't care, because our internet went down the other day, so I stuck on Karate Kid 3, which I know is, again, like, out of the original trilogy. A lot of people say it's the worst, but Terry Silver makes that film for me. I love Terry Silver as a bad guy.
You know, I don't think I ever saw Karate Kid 3.
No?
No.
It is true that it doesn't have a lot of original ideas. The saving grace of the film, if you took out Terry Silver, I think it would fall flat on its face.
Okay.
But he's such a deliciously over-the-top villain.
That is a great way of describing these villains.
They reference it in Cobra Kai as saying that he was like high on cocaine and he was coked up, like, you know, which totally makes sense because he's so OTT, but in a great way. You know, he's absolutely chewing the scenery. And he's a different kind of villain because, yes, he's, you know, got physical prowess, but he proper gets into Daniel's head, you know, the psychological type villain, which I love.
You know, there's a lot to be said for movies that are like ostensibly bad, but the villain or, you know, somebody like really commits to their part, and you just have to go like, yeah, okay, you're in a terrible movie, but man, you're committing to it, and I respect that.
I mean, I think just as you're saying that, one of the best examples of that has got to be Alan Rickman in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, right?
Oh, yes.
I mean, that film is all kinds of awful, but it's one of those films that's so bad it's good, mainly because of Alan Rickman. And apparently, like, he made up like most of his lines, like he tore the script up and just ad-libbed stuff.
That's great.
I mean, there's that great line when he sees the peasant girls after having a row with one of his subordinates, and he says, "You, my room, 10 o'clock. You, 11:30, and bring a friend." It's just like,
no.
you know, he's so OTT as the sheriff of Nottingham.
You 10:45 and bring a friend.
He's brilliant.
Oh, that's right.
Oh no,
Neely.
okay. I thought the sticker stuck then.
Alan Rickman was a treasure. Yes, he was.
He
Yeah.
was.
Sorry. I keep on trying to like mute myself when I'm going to cough, but sometimes I don't catch it. I apologize.
There's no excuse for that, sir.
I know. I was playing Xbox earlier today, and there was a guy who had his mic on, and all he did was cough. I had to mute him. I was just like, dude, why? Like, he didn't even attempt to speak. He just coughed the whole time.
He's one of those, is he? Oh.
Sorry, what's your name? Like that?
Yeah. I mean, I did have a mic on. I was just playing it normal, but I don't like talking to randoms if I can help it.
You know, that was one of the reasons why I stopped playing video games online. It's just like...
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I prefer like offline single player experiences, but the last couple of games I've got have both been asymmetrical multiplayer, being the Evil Dead game and the new Ghostbusters game, so it's kind of forced my hand.
Yeah, gotcha.
And it does mean that you're kind of like, you know, rolling the dice and every time you go into a lobby about who you're going to be playing with. And I would say most of the time, you know, you play with people who also don't have their mic on, and you just kind of like, you know, get into a groove just through great gameplay, and it's good. But you do get some people, like especially with Evil Dead, I've never had people messaging me abuse before after an online game, but wow.
Really?
Sam's seen some of the messages. You saw the one guy accused me of cheating on a Game Boy or something. It was like, what?
Cheating on it.
For me, that's like the norm.
Yeah, he was like, you are on Game Boy and you're cheating. I was like, how am I cheating? And he was like, you're lagging. I was like, wait, you're lagging, so your internet's bad, and you're accusing me of cheating. And the thing was, it wasn't even a game where we absolutely trounced the guy. Like, it was quite, I thought, an evenly balanced match. And then all of a sudden, this guy was just like messaging me, like abuse and stuff. I'm like, what is your problem? Like, I've never had the inclination to message someone after online game, to say good game or to hear abuse. Otherwise, I just, I've never had that desire to reach out and make contact with a random person before. So,
the only time I have is if it was like an exceptionally hard game and you sit there and go, well, fair play. You've pulled that one out.
Sorry.
And maybe, Craggle, maybe that's what's wrong with the world today, is we just don't reach out and abuse as many people as we should be.
Maybe. I just reckon we need less reach outs and more reach arounds personally, but
I'm there, girl. I'm there.
Reach arounds, huh? Okay.
Well, you not heard that phrase before, have you? In the old
What?
US of A.
If you're
We need to educate Joe on what a reach around is.
I know what a reach around is. Well, I take it back.
Bless me.
No, I haven't gone Gotham Knights, Jacob. One of my channel members actually was going to do a review for me because they've got it. And I have heard that it's not the kind of game that you think it is. Like, a lot of people thought it was going to be another sort of Arkham type game, but apparently it's more like an RPG. So,
Really?
Yeah, interesting.
Huh.
I am looking forward. I think next month there's a game come out called Evil West, which is basically you're a cowboy, like vampire hunter, like or supernatural demon hunter type thing. So,
Okay.
The mashup of genres there, especially since we never got an Undead Nightmare 2.
And we never did get a second season of Firefly.
Oh, don't get me started.
Oh,
What?
Don't get me
the
started.
thing is though, with Whedon as he is now, would you even want him near that now?
No.
No.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah. Sorry. It was a good concept. I actually kind of liked the movie. But yeah.
Well, I originally came into it through the movie. I'm ashamed to say. Well, not really ashamed
Me
to say,
too.
but
Me too.
I saw the trailer. I was one of the few people who saw the trailer for the film and was like, "That looks awesome." When saw it in the movie and was like, "This is brilliant," and then read up on it and was like, "There's a TV show? What the hell? Okay, let's go watch the TV show."
Yeah. Same with me. Oh boy. Usually I say, who designed this crap? But when I'm doing one of my own reworks, it's who redesigned this crap? This is nuts.
I would have thought it's more a case of that classic Hollywood trope of someone going, "What have I done?"
Oh dear God, what have I done?
How many times I say that when I'm looking at stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, you know how big my builds are. I say that constantly. Like I step back and just go, oh God, what? Oh no, what have I done?
I think I've said it once to you, Joe, when there was a fairly obvious mistake in your instructions, and I just went, Joe.
What do you want to? Oh no.
Yeah, it was how does this piece go in here, mate? Is it meant to?
You're supposed to force it in.
That's what she said.
Oh, there we go.
Honestly, Mrs. Craggle, what is this? Like, this is caked in dust.
How have I got a 1x6 white?
Look at that. Come on.
Oh man.
Oh, I have.
Well, folks, we've witnessed it here live. The disintegration of the Craggle household has begun.
I'll tell you what, I'm sat here, I'm enjoying talking to you guys. I'm even enjoying building, but I feel like a shit on a stick.
That does work.
Drippy?
I mean, I am sweating. I've got a cold sweat on right now, which is kind of crap because I thought I was over that part of COVID. But no, I just feel grim.
I'm sorry, dude. That again, I cannot believe you've had it. You've had it 3 times. And I
Yeah,
had it once.
the second time honestly wasn't as bad. It was only last a couple of days, and I thank the vaccination for that. And I can only think that my immunization levels were low when this one hit me because I was due to have the booster, and it got in there just prior to that. But it's still not as bad as the first time, so definitely people, get your vaccinations. Don't be an ass.
Yeah.
Believe in the science, not what some person on Facebook tells you. Even though I'm on YouTube and I'm telling you, but I'm telling you to go and believe in science. Don't take my word for it.
Don't take my word for it. Yeah. Well, that's the problem. That's what these anti-vaxxers will tell you, is that they're the ones following science. But let's not go there. That's
Well, I mean, like flat earthers. There was that classic thing of this guy did an experiment to prove that the Earth was flat, and the results of it basically correlated with the Earth being round. And his reaction was, "That's interesting. I guess we have some more work to do here." It just shows that when you can't, if someone's so intent on the belief that even their own experiment can't prove them wrong,
Oh.
They're like, if it shows this will prove that the Earth is flat. Oh wait, it's proven that the Earth is round. Well, therefore we have work to do.
Sorry, Jacob. That is actually pretty funny. Thank you.
Oh, what his explanation of a reach?
His explanation of what a reach around is. A wrap around. Okay, thanks, man.
Now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
Yeah. G.I. Joe.
Sam, man, you're very quiet considering this is your stream.
I know, man. What's going on?
Are
you feeling okay, Sam? What's going on, pal?
I'm Legoing.
Sam, is everything okay at home, Sam?
Sam?
Well, considering I'm at home, I would have to say yes.
Is someone making you say that, Sam? Blink twice for yes, once for no.
Blink twice, Sam. Oh, that's great.
Okay, we'll go tell someone who cares.
Oh no.
If you're being bullied, Sam, there are people you can talk to. Not me, but there are people.
I was going to say, evidently not you two.
Please, no. Don't talk to me for any more than I have to. Please.
It's that old joke, isn't it? It's like, if you have a speech impediment, there are people you can talk to.
Who?
No, I'm just I'm looking at the work for collaboration.
Have we said what it is yet? I mean, you kind of were like dangling it around, I feel like, on stream before.
I don't know if we have.
I mean, I'm not like sworn to secrecy over it. If you want to tell people what we're working on, it's up to you. Or if you want to leave it for some big reveal,
you go for it, mate.
Well, you want me to tell them
the announcement?
You want me to tell people?
Yeah.
No, you tell people. You tell people.
It's your design. I'm just making it work.
Okay, so Sam is working on.
I'm making your fundamentally broken creation actually workable.
Sam is working on instructions for my Ghostbusters Afterlife inspired Lego Ecto 1.
Woo!
So,
Yeah.
and if you've already seen it on my store, you can actually purchase custom tiles for the Afterlife style Ecto 1 license plate. So
I can purchase them, huh?
you can purchase them.
I've done really well on this, Joe. You'll like this.
Oh, yeah?
There is just a piece. One step of one of my instructions is just a piece floating in midair.
Oh, that again.
It's a good one. It's a good one. But it's understandable because this is part of the back end where I've just reworked it all to help with the gunner seat. I've obviously just not put my parts that I've replaced in the right place.
So you've reworked the back end, huh?
I did. I gave it a lot of attention.
Ooh, tell me more.
Well, at one stage, it wasn't working. And then the next stage, it did.
That sounds lovely. Okay, now how am I doing this wrong? That's how. Nuts. Okay. Anyway, so any other cool sets coming out?
No cool sets, but one of the things I did want to have a quick look at is a couple of things on Lego Ideas.
Okay.
Because I've been doing some perusing, as you do, and you see some nice things. Now, one of these is right up your street, Joe, and I think we should get started with that.
Okay.
Here we go. Look at that.
An Atlas 5. Yeah, I already have an Atlas 5. Done by Muscovite Sandwich.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. His is actually really good. Yeah, that looks cool. Is it 110 scale?
1 to 110, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
42.6 centimeters in height. It's not big enough.
That's what she said, but it's true. Oh, boy.
One I think Craigle's going to like.
Okay.
Is this. Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple Escape. It will probably never get built, but just to appreciate how awesome that was.
Whoa! Hey, that's pretty cool.
I love it all. It's so detailed. I mean, you've got the main temple where you've got your where you got to pick up your jewels, run back along here, dodge the arrows, jump over the snake pit and the crocodiles, run away from the giant running the boulder trying to get you. That is just awesome.
Well, you just wait a little bit and you'll be able to get the Chinese knockoff real quick on this one. I'm not bitter or anything.
No, like you said, Joe, you've made it.
Yeah. No, I've taken this opportunity to recognize my brilliance and my marketability, and just had to realize that someone else did it for me. You know,
game recognizes game.
Yeah.
I mean, that does look beautiful.
It does. It looks pretty cool.
I might have to save that one for later and actually vote for it.
Yeah.
They never get made. Lego will go too complicated.
Too complicated, yes. I do have to admit that Lego Ideas was really the place that kind of got me into making mocks.
Yeah.
Because that's where I found, what's his name? Eiffelman. his original Skylab
Oh yes, yeah.
was the one where I was like, oh, hey, I can modify this Saturn V. Huh. And then the voices kept saying, no, make it bigger, make it more detailed. Don't compromise. And then one almost failed marriage later. I'm just kidding.
We do not train to make compromises in this dojo.
So there are some other really good sets on Lego or creations on Lego Ideas at the moment. As daft as it sounds, I do like the idea of this Where's Wally set.
Wait, which one? Oh, jeez.
It actually looks brilliant.
Why did they call it Where's Wally?
Because that's what it is in the UK.
Yeah,
that's what it is in the UK. Okay. Yeah. Here it's Where's Waldo.
What kind of annoys me a little bit, when does actually it frustrates me some more than annoys me, is I did a video about 3 years back when I was doing lots of top 10 videos, and it was top 10 Lego Ideas projects you should be supporting. And it was just, when I used to go on Lego Ideas pretty much on a daily basis back then, and it was 10 of my favorite projects that I felt like, should be made into a set, and I did a little top 10 of them. And I had links. Off the back of that, I would say almost on a weekly basis, I get emails from people going, do a video on my project.
Oh, jeez.
Support my project. Do a video on this. And, I had one that was like 2 years after the video dropped of this person who was upset that they weren't on my top 10, even though I don't think their project existed back then, and demanded that I do a video dedicated to their project to make up for it. They demanded.
Oh, boy.
I mean, we've already seen the whole Studgate thing, haven't we? So
the whole what gate?
The Studgate.
Oh, Joe. Come on.
Joe.
Don't let us dig up old.
Yeah, don't let's go back into that again. But yeah, I had another email again this week, and I think maybe because my patience was at an all-time low with COVID, and it just wound me up even more so than usual, shall we say. As someone was like, I need your support, you need to do this, you need to do that. If you don't do it, my project won't get made. I'm like, oh, well, it won't get made then.
Well, okay. And you know what? I don't understand. Okay. I don't understand. Like, I would never want any of my things made on Lego Ideas. Like, because you lose all control of your own design.
Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, it's definitely a feather in your cap, but I can imagine it opens up some doors and everything. And it's great to say that you had an official Lego set made. I just don't understand the mentality. I get when people are trying to think of how they can get their stuff out there and get a scene, but the mentality of finding a YouTuber and this person has never watched any of your content before. They're not supportive of you. They've found your email address through the whatever, and they've emailed you just to not to ask you or tell you that you should be doing a video saying, hey, everyone, support this project. I just don't understand that mentality, but apparently it's a very popular one. Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. And I agree. Like, there's no... I'm not obligated to give you a hand. Like...
And the thing is, I've had them even comment on the video itself sometimes. I mean, the email is just tedious. But I've had some people commenting going, oh, this project should be on there. And I look, and I'm like, do you see the date this video was posted? That project didn't exist then. I did a bunch of Lego Dimensions videos when my channel first started. Lego Dimensions obviously is being cancelled. I get comments on those videos now going, you do know Lego Dimensions is cancelled, right? Like, yes, this video was posted.
You do know this video is 5 years old, right?
Yeah. just I don't know.
Yeah.
I just sometimes when my patience is running low, these kind of things really get to me. Well, don't get to me. They just try me, you know. They don't keep me
Yeah.
up at night, but they just kind of think, oh, for fuck's sake. Do you know what you can do? You can.
I failed.
Come on, Sam.
You
Come on,
can.
man.
Fuck off!
I failed.
You are an absent toasty, you know that?
I've
You
just
are dereliction of duty right now, my friend.
oh,
Oh boy.
failed.
You
Failed. Oh.
I feel like Obi-Wan stood there.
You
I have failed you, Anakin.
you only stream like 3 times a year. You think that you'll be prepared for it?
Hang on, 3 times a year is a bit of a low blow.
Oh, sorry, 4.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 3 or 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Here he goes.
7, 8,
Yep. He's
9,
trying.
10, 11,
He's
12,
trying.
13. This is number 14, so
Mm.
What do you want, a medal?
no, I'd like you to just do one, you know? I don't know, maybe.
Fuck off!
I love how you had to set yourself up, and you still had to sort of fill in the space a bit. I'd like you to do one. I'd like you to. You had to do it on the second one as well.
Yeah, the mouse was on this screen and that was on this screen. There's too many screens, man.
Too many screens, man. You
Oh.
weren't there. You didn't see the screens. I saw the screens.
But you
So many
just see
screens,
You've seen
man.
the screens.
Oh, where is this tile? For crying out loud. I can't be bothered. There's one of them. I need 2, though.
Yeah, I think we're losing Craggle.
Ah,
Wow. Has it really been 2 hours? Holy crap. Okay.
Oh
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. I'm feeling it now.
We've just been having so much fun.
Yeah. And here I am reworking one of the Star Destroyer panels.
I thought he was going to say, here I am, all dressed up and nowhere to go.
I know where to go, yeah. Yeah. Let me show you what I showed you yesterday, Sam.
What did you show me yesterday?
So here's an original panel from the Star Destroyer. Okay. So that's part of the hull. And you can see it's full of studs and, it's detailed. Yada, yada. Here's my rework of the same panel.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know which
And
one
it's
I
a little
like.
bit stronger than the original. And oh boy, does it look better.
Yeah, now that's tons better.
Yeah. So good side-to-side comparison of what Lego did, what they could have done, and
Yeah.
He looks.
Anyway.
It's a day and night, isn't it? Night and day difference because the one you've designed actually looks like a Star Destroyer.
Yeah. That's the biggest difference. It actually looks like a Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
It actually looks like the thing that it's meant to be a Lego of. Oh,
it's like do I have the right to criticize Lego over this? And like I keep thinking about it and I go, I mean, I'm a hobbyist and I'm doing a better job.
I mean, the thing I always think when people say, "Oh, you couldn't do any better, so you shouldn't critique," it's like if you went to a restaurant to eat food and the food wasn't up to standard, you wouldn't go, "Well, I'm not a chef. I can't really say anything," would you? So why should it be any different with any other product you buy? You know, whether it be a movie or it be a book or whatever. People go, "Oh, you shouldn't criticize movies if you can't make it better." Well, why not? I'm a consumer. That's my right. You know, you don't have to be able to make something to know whether or not it's crap. You know.
Yeah. Well, and I guess I'm careful saying that because they do make a lot of really amazing things, and they have design constraints that I don't have. And
yeah. Well, that's why I said like before, like with the Bowser set, that's why it almost felt like a mock, because it felt like it was made with no constraints and no sort of compromise, you know?
Okay, yeah.
When you look at a mock, half the time they're more impressive because the person hasn't had to worry about, making it affordable for mass production and stuff like that,
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And did I put that back together right? Oh,
Probably
hell,
not.
I don't know.
Right. We're
Right.
approaching 2 hours, and I get the sense Craggle's ready to fall over and just go to sleep and into a
Yeah.
God, just say it. You want him to die. It's okay.
No, I don't.
He doesn't want me
my
to
Lego
die.
husband.
Yeah, stop projecting, Joe. Just because you want me dead doesn't mean everyone does.
Whatever.
So, Joe, I will give you the floor first.
Okay.
Shout about yourself and say goodbye to the good folk.
Okay. I'm Joe Chambers from Skylab Bricks. Come follow me on Instagram. I'm actually trying to make some funny content on there. I'll probably do something once a week or so. So I'm working on something that should be out like tomorrow. Come see my shop in Etsy under Skylab Bricks. And on Instagram you can find me under Skylab Bricks. Yeah, I'm having lots of fun with some new camera equipment, so we'll see. That's about it, man.
Well, thank you very much, Joe.
Yeah.
Craggle, you don't have to speak words. You can sign with your hands if you want.
I'm Craggle. You can let me full focus on this. No, wrong way. You can come find me on YouTube, but also cutthecraggle.com, where you can buy these awesome custom Scooby-Doo minifigures. It's Halloween. You like Lego, you like Scooby-Doo. Go buy them. Give me money now. You pay now.
Oh boy. Go review my thing on Lego Ideas, damn it.
I don't want your support. I want your money.
Oh dear.
That's great.
As for me, folks, I'm current. Oh, as we said, I'm working on instructions for Cut the Craggle's Afterlife-inspired Ecto 1, which may or may not look something like this.
Well, hey.
Woo!
Quick hide and reveal. Also currently held together with parts from a Saturn V, but that's a separate issue. I'm planning on doing a stream next weekend as well, because next weekend I'm alone all weekend in the house, and there's no Lady Sam around because she's.
Whoa!
So,
okay.
do you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say it now. Join us next week for another one of these streams. Goodness knows something weird's going to happen that's going to stop it from occurring, knowing my luck, but I've said it now. That's it. It's happening.
Hopefully, I won't be COVID ridden by then. I'll be COVID free.
Oh boy. Mate. Well, and then we just have to count down for infection number 4 for you. And
don't wish that upon me, please. Please.
We have a little countdown just underneath the clock here.
How many days since last COVID?
Yes, I'm going to have a sign saying it's been 4 days since Craggle got COVID. Last had COVID. Oh, that's sad.
We'll let out and update it.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, I'm going to go hang out with Neely, not Jacob Neely, Cameron Neely, but you got that. So,
speaking of Jacob Neely and Cameron Neely, we want to thank everybody who came along tonight. That's Lady Sam B, Mrs. Craggle, Minifig Who, Cameron Neely, Jacob Neely, Cut the Craggle as well was also here, and Joe. Thank you everybody for coming by. It has been an absolute pleasure to laugh and have fun with you all. And we'll definitely see you again next week.
And Lady Sam B, my wife says hi, and thank you very much for driving us around. I forgot to mention that. So, yeah.
Well, thank you, everyone. See you again next week. Catch you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Are they off yet?